Hello everybody, this is the follow-up video. In this video I am proposing another possible solution to the delivery cost calculation problem. So before we go straight into the new proposed solution, let me take you back to the very first solution that I had presented. Okay, so in the very first solution, we had said start, enter the destination type, we save it, enter the package weight, we save it. If the destination type is 1, we do this, okay? We do this. I think here there is a line that connects this to this part. I forgot to put it, okay? Forgive me for that, but you should know that there has to be an arrow here that connects from here all the way here, okay, to the end, okay? All right, so I hope you will master that. All right, if the destination was not 1, you come here. Else if the destination is 2, you want to check, is the weight 5 or below? If so, you want to display 7,000, okay? If it is not so, then it means the weight was above 5, so you want to do that, okay? However, if the destination was not 2, then you come here. Else if the destination was 3, okay? Then in that case, you want to check, was the weight 10 or below? If it was so, you want to display that, okay? Otherwise, you just want to come here and display that, okay? All right. But if the destination was not 1, and it was not 2, and it was not 3, then in the else part, you say the user must have entered a value which is not the one we expected, because we expect either 1 or 2 or 3 for the destination type. So if all these could not be matched, then you just display an error message, and that is the end, okay? So this was our first proposed solution, okay? Now I want you to see this. Can you see there are exact values here? Here, can you see? Destination is equal to 1, destination is equal to 2, destination is equal to 3. You see, there are this is an exact value, destination is equal to 1. Another exact value, destination is equal to 2. Another exact value, destination is equal to 3. Can you see? Now, whenever you have exact values, you can use a switch. You can use a switch statement, okay? So let me propose the flowchart for a switch statement, okay? Let me propose the flowchart for a switch statement, okay? So here it is. You can say start, okay? Maybe enter the package weight, save it, enter the destination type, save it, then you begin your switch. Can you see? Case the destination type is 1, you want to do this. Can you see? And then that's it, okay? However, if it was not the case, you come here. Case the destination type was 2, what do you want to do? You want to check. Whenever the destination type is 2, you want to check, is the weight 5 or below? If so, you want to do this, and that's it. But if not so, then you know, oh, if the case is 2 and the destination type was not 5 or below, then it was above 5. If it was above 5, this is what you want, this is what you want to do, and that's it. Can you see? And then if this was not the case and this was not the case, then you say case the destination type was 3. Can you see? If so, you check for the weight whether it was 10 or below. If so, you want to do this, and that is it. If not so, and the destination was 3, then you know that the weight must have been above what? Above 10. So if the weight is above 10, you want to do this, and that's it. Can you see? But if the case was not 1, and it was not 2, and it was not 3, then the user must have entered a wrong value for the destination type. In that case, you go to what? Default. default, because in switch there is no else, there is default. So in the default we are going to say error invalid destination type, okay? And again we end the switch, okay? And even here you see all this, okay, all this, they come, they go all the way to what? To end switch. Can you see? All of those, they come all the way, they go to what? To end switch, okay? And then from there we come to the end of our program. Can you see? Yeah. So for the implementation, let me take you to the implementation, okay? So here I decided to use an enum data type to represent those special numbers, okay? So 1, same city, 2 will be same country, 3 will be international, okay? So you can see, enter destination type, I save it. Enter the package weight, I save it. Now, can you see? Switch, this is begin switch. Can you see? Begin switch, okay? So what are we switching? Remember, here there is the weight and there is the destination type. But what are we switching? We are switching the destination type, this variable here, because this is the one that can be either 1 or 2 or 3. This is the one that has the exact values that we are interested in switching between them. You get my point? So here in switch, we're going to say what? Switch D, okay? Then case, instead of saying case 1 or case 2, I'm going to use my enums. I'm going to use my what? My enums. So here I'm going to say case same city. If the case is same city, I'm going to do this. And then you have to remember to put break. You remember break? Break is very important, okay? If you forget break, the behavior can be different, okay? All right. Which may not be the kind of behavior you probably want. So please, break here is very important, okay? All right. So case same country. You see, if the case is same country, what do you want to do? You want to check for the weight, and then you're going to decide if the weight is 5 or below, you're going to display that. If the weight is above 5, you're going to display this much. Can you see? And then don't forget to put break below there, okay? Once you finish this part, don't forget to stop it here by putting break, okay? Then case international, what do you want to do? You want to check if the weight is 10 or below, you display that. Otherwise you display what? You display that, and then you stop it there. You see, this break is very important, okay? And then in the default, if you couldn't match the first case, the second case, the last case, all the cases were not matched, then you're just going to display an error message, okay? Now in default, it is not necessary to put break. You may put it if you want, but it is not necessary, okay? Yeah, so something like this, okay? And you can see it will still work. The program will still work. So if I enter here 3 and I enter there 10, you see, it is working, okay? It is working. What if I enter the wrong value? So enter destination type. What if I enter 4? Enter package weight. What if I enter any package weight? Maybe let's say whatever, okay? Maybe 4, you see? So what does it say? You see, it says error destination unknown. Why? Because I have entered a wrong value for the destination. It should be either 1, 2, or 3. So any other value, I will just get an error message. Thank you for listening. Focus on understanding, practice, and always try to understand.